Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. As you know, we test a lot of different coffees on this channel. We do K-Cups, we do fresh roasted coffee that we grind up and so on. This is going to be a first for the channel. We've got some instant coffee. So what we're looking at here is Franklin's Finest 100% Colombian medium roast extended shelf life coffee. If you look it up on Amazon, it's about $9.99 a bag and it's listed as Survivor coffee. So first of all, I got to send a shout out to Squib Load, a buddy of mine from YouTube and gunchannels.com, who sent me a huge assortment of coffee to test out on the channel. And it's been a few months now, but we're finally able to get around to a few more of the varieties. And so I want to give a shout out to Squib. Thank you very much. And I'll put a link to his channel towards the end of this video. You guys can check it out. You know, when it comes to instant coffees, I'm not a coffee snob. I will drink Nescafe Classico. I will drink, Folgers Instant. It doesn't really matter so long as it's not decaf. And so Franklin's Finest, I honestly had never heard of this before Squib had sent it to me. What's neat about it is the extended shelf life. We're looking at 60 servings with 4 ounces. It claims to have up to a 30-year shelf life when it's unopened, which is interesting because it's not exactly vacuum sealed, but since it is freeze dried, there's no moisture in there. You really don't have to worry about bacteria. The preparation method is pretty simple. It says open the pouch and remove the oxygen absorber. Spoon 1 teaspoon of Franklin's Finest coffee into your favorite mug. Add approximately 6 ounces of hot water and stir. Adjust the amount of water according to strength preference. So instant coffees can be very interesting. Sometimes they have a different aftertaste, and it's not anything that's off-putting or bad, but it can be a little bit of a flavor adjustment, especially if you just drink regular coffee every day. Now on the back here it says coffee is a daily American ritual, a tradition that dates back to the Boston Tea Party. One of our nation's founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, loved his coffee, calling it the most valuable luxury of the table. Okay, our country, founded upon liberty and self-reliance, starts each day with an energizing cup. So this is something maybe to think about adding to your bug out bag, whether it's a 48-hour bug out bag or a get out of town and don't come back setup for your vehicle or whatever you do. Or just nice to have around. Maybe you don't have guests that often and once in a while you want to have some coffee but you don't want to mess with the coffee maker. This is always an option too. Now granted, once you open it, you're not going to get that 30-year shelf life anymore. It's probably going to need to be used within probably a year or so, I would imagine. I think a lot of your instant coffees that I see in jars up at stores tend to have a 2 to 3 year shelf life. So this is interesting that they claim 30. Unfortunately, I won't probably be around in 30 years to do a follow-up video, nor will YouTube, but we're going to go and try this today anyway. So it just says ingredients, pure Colombian freeze-dried instant coffee. Okay, so I just want to show you what this looks like inside in case you're kind of curious. It's kind of a light brown color. It's a little bit powdery. The smell is really not that bad. It does smell a lot like many of the other instant coffees that are out there. And so I'm not expecting anything that's going to be a whole lot different from some of the coffee I've had before. But again, you get a nice quantity. The price is pretty fair and you've got that extended shelf life. So let's brew it up and see how it tastes. All right, let's go ahead and give it a try and see how it is. Smell is pretty basic, very reminiscent of Colombian coffees. Nothing too pungent, but nothing too weak at the same time. Not bad, not bad. Kind of beefy. Actually, it's kind of funny. You kind of have this kind of au jus essence to instant coffees. And you'll start to notice this if you drink enough of them, especially with the instant coffees. A little bit acidic initially. It's a tad bit bitter on the back end, but it isn't anything too offensive. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little bit tangier than what I'm used to when it comes to Colombian coffees, but the flavor is definitely tolerable. It's nothing too bad. I'd rather have this versus nothing. Okay, so the important thing to remember about the instant coffees is really watch the ratio. You don't need to do a heaping tablespoon when it comes for a teaspoon. There's a reason why they get 60 servings from only 4 ounces. They've got the right ratios measured out and mentioned on the back of the packaging. You can up it a little more if you want to, but you're going to find it to get very, very bitter if you keep adding more instant coffee and not more water. So you could do 2 teaspoons and say 12 ounces of water if you've got a nice little thermos that you take in the mornings off to work. And so keep that in mind. So that's something that might work better for you. If you want a larger quantity, you can certainly do that too. Just double the amounts in an equal amount, you're going to be set to go. So Squib Load, thank you so much for sending me the Franklin's Finest 100% Colombian Survivor coffee with a 30-year shelf life. It is date coded on the back, so you have an idea as to when it would expire potentially in 30 years. Think about picking up a bag of this, maybe just toss it in your vehicle, toss it in a bug out bag, or if you've got serious stocks going of food and supplies for whatever reason, it's not a bad idea to have a couple packages of this around just as a commodity, as a comfort food, so to speak. It's always nice to have a nice cup of coffee. In a pinch, you can make this stuff just off of, say, hot water. It's always an option too. Just, off of a sink, okay? You don't necessarily have to have like campfire hot water or coffee maker hot water either. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, That's it, Franklin's Finest Survivor Coffee, guys. Make sure that you check out the channel. Please like or subscribe. We got a lot more coffee reviews coming your way. Make sure you do check it out. But in the meantime, guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.